Hi guys, and welcome to today's podcast on Azure Apps Insights. Today we will be seeing like what is an application insight, what are the different options that it provides, and how does it help a normal developer. Application Insights provides telemetry and all the information that an application needs in its life cycle for maintenance or continuation, like bugs, performance time, uh, your stat traces, exceptions, everything it provides. So what does application insight actually do? You can monitor your apps for any exceptions. You can set web alerts which then basically like if a certain exception comes 3 times in 5 minutes, then it will send a mail to you. Also it can ping a web URL. You can very easily diagnose the performance issues in an application where the time is being taken, and you can also directly maintain the performances or the matrices for your Azure storage or other Azure services that are in the same resource group. You can also do a RCA for SQL queries. It can easily be done with the DevOps operations from Visual Studio Team Services, and you can do a lot of things. Rather than wasting our time, let's jump directly into it. So to create application insight, the first thing is you to get an Azure account. You can get an Azure account directly by just signing up on the azure.com page, and here you can register. You can get a free account for 1 month, and just need to provide your credit card. They don't charge it actually for the first month, but you can do it. So let's I have just created my account and logged into the Azure Insight. So I will go here, new, then I will type in. It will give me a prompt. Well, just wait, it's loading. So I will type in application insights, and it should come. Yeah, here it is. So to create a new application insight, first we need to have a resource that we want to do. So I will just select here application insight. Now if you see here, it monitors web and mobile. So you can monitor the insights and telemetry for both web apps and your mobile apps. So I will just hit away straight away create here, and it will give me a very fancy looking page. We'll just wait for a minute to load. So here we have. So I can give a fancy name, tool name, like my new app insight demo. Okay, and this is my subscription account. I can also select resource group, and which will give me the location as Central US. I can directly pin it to a dashboard, and I can hit on. Okay, now one thing to see here is that we have an option of application type. So here we have, as you can see, we have the option of ASP.NET Web Application, Java Web Application, and others. So others is still in preview, but let's right now do it with ASP.NET Web Application to just show how the things goes. So I will hit the create button here, and it will give me a prompt, submitting deployment, and we can see it here while it is being created. It's just gonna take a little while for the deployment. Okay, so we have our application insight resource deployed. We can do. So this panel is basically your dashboard where you can view everything that is related to your web app. You have this part here. Here is your alerts. This is a new feature, live stream, that is being offered by application insights, but it is not yet supported on the some of the SDKs that are being in use. Now we can have an availability. With this the application insight will try to ping your web application at certain intervals and need to see like if it is available or not. And again, we can set the alerts on this, and we have a proactive detection for zero insights. Now here we have the overview timeline, server response time, page load time, server, and other details. and this is the settings and diagnostics window. So this gives the if you can see, let me scroll to the right. Okay, so if you see here, this will give you a complete detail of all the services and features that are in use right now. For example, the availability, then the new application insight, then from the server side, if it is linked to any of the Azure storage or SQL or HTTP dependencies, and on the client side, we can also have it on Ajax dependencies, or we can monitor those. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, we need to, okay, let's me go to the properties and let's create a new project here. I will create a quick web application on MVC. Okay, my quick demo. Now, if you want to add application insights to your project, there are multiple options. First is we can directly check this checkbox and it will automatically add all the dependencies and like whatever that is required, or on the other side we can add it later also. So just we will take the case like we already have an application and we will be adding it later. So I hit OK here and I'll be prompting with a very good prompt for MVC. I just select OK for MVC and hit OK. Let's wait a while I create the base project files. Okay, so the project is being loaded. We can test this. Just let me hit this good old Bootstrap website that we did as a default. Just let it load. It will take a few seconds to load, and it's built, and here we have the page. So let's say this is a standard web application. We have it's taking a while. So okay, so we are up. So we can go to either home, about, contact pages, and we can do register, and we can do login. Okay, now just let's close it. Now let's close this page and stop the debugging. Now if you want to add application insights, what we need to do is we need to right click here on the project name and add application insights telemetry. Once we are on this page, then we have two options. Either we can create an Azure, log into an Azure account and select the resources and do that, or we can do we can go to an advanced mode where we have different options where we fill in the values and it will link it. So what I'll do, I'll just copy some of the things from my subscription and just let me edit. So this goes here to the subscription ID. Then we have the instrumentation key that we need to provide. So these two are the main things by which it recognizes like what application insight it is being referred. And then we need a resource group. So this I need to check. I just pass something. 1 second. So okay, so it's GRP1 and application insight resource. This is basically the name of the insight that you have. So it's my new app insight demo. My new app insight demo. We can hit add and it will look for NuGet for some of the packages. It will add all the dependencies and it will do its thing. So let's wait. Okay, we are done. Now there is an application insight.config file that basically deals like what data has to be cached or used, that we can see here. And this seems to be a problem. My instrumentation key is not here. So let's try to do it again. I face this issue sometimes when I try to add the things, the application, the instrumentation key is not added by default. In that case, I need just adds the default references and the files. So this we need to do it again. So I'll just do it quickly. It's my new app inside demo. My new app inside demo. AAPBINSI. Oh, that's cool. Let's just copy it here. Okay, instrumentation keys, I can fetch it from settings and then properties. Here is my instrumentation key, and I can select my subscription ID from here, and I can select grp1 as my resource group, and I will just select this checkbox update all occurrences, so it will update everything. So now this good old show up, so this means that I have the insights set it up correctly. I'll just quickly open this, and here is my instrumentation key. So this is working cool. This can also be verified if I try to again add application insights. This will give me a different prompt where I can configure or application search or do operations. So let's hit the application and see what it does. We just starting the application. It's gonna take a while to do so. Okay, so we have the application up and running, and events window here that we are having, so that we see like what is going on with the application. And if you just see here, we have our first application insight event that is being sent to the server. So, and this good window pops up, your first events have been sent, see item in real time. I'll just quickly close this, and we have this. So if I go to another pages and do like whatever operation, you see that for each of these requests we have the data that is being sent to the server. Okay, just let me go to a few pages. Okay, I will just close this. So we have about few of the events that are being sent. Now one thing that I have noticed, like if we are not having any exceptions, the server data, it takes a while to get upload. And moreover, there's a particular setting that we need to configure for the performance of the servers, so we'll quickly try to add those also. For these, we'll do it here. We will use a default template for this. I'll go to getting, monitor and darkness, server side application, and here we have the performance counters. So I'll just quickly select one of these counters. Okay, so basically we have an application insight config file, as I showed you earlier. So these are the different parameters or the data that is being sent to the inside server. So what I have done, I have taken a short performance counter for objects / processes to see the process level and everything. I'll just copy it here. I'll do a quick build, and we can do. Now one more thing that I'll do here is that I will just add a quick exception to one of my controllers. So if I go to home, and let me add here, if I try to go to, okay, so let's raise the exception here. Now this is a very bad coding practice. I do not want you to do that. Let's do it. Access violation. What could be a good security exception? This sounds good. I'll just try now. You are not authorized here. I'll do a build, and let's start the application. It's running. Let's take a time. It will take a while. So meanwhile, we try to see if we have the updated data here. Just let me do a quick refresh. Okay, so here you can see we have some of the events. The server response time is 819.33 ms. We have 14 server requests at this particular point of time. So basically what I have seen is that it takes a while for normal data or insights, or what they call it as a data point, to get uploaded on the server. So let's just try to do some exceptions. So I go here, it's working fine. This is also fine. Let me just try to log in, and it's gonna take a while. Okay, so I just put in my name and I put my password. Okay, just let me do one thing. Let me okay, it's going to hit the breakpoint. I'll just put a password. Okay. We have an exception here. This is the early page. Of course, you don't want this page to show up on your client applications, but if we see here, we have application insight response 500 event that is being sent to the server, to the insight server, and we have a server exception application insight event as well. So let's try to see if we get some data here. It's not yet loaded. Okay, I will try to go to settings, failures. Okay, so here's our exception that we just saw. So this is like what I have seen. The exceptions are updated very much earlier as compared to the other data. So I can go here to see like what exception has happened, and it will give me a complete stat details, stat trace, and other details. You are not authorized here. Exception, system.security exception, failure method. This is my account controller. This is my controller action, and the problem ID is system security exception at something. So I can basically click here also, and it will show me a detail. Okay, so here's a complete detail. Exception message is there, call stat is here, and related item, and all the details that you require, you can find those here. So it basically tracks like whatever exceptions you have on your application, not just the exceptions, any of the other events that you might be interested in, for example audit events or something, and you can post them directly to application insights. Actually you don't even need to post it, it's done automatically. So just let me browse here and try to see if we get something in the performance. I try to put some counters there. Let's see. Okay, so we have the performance server. So if you see, we have around 20 requests, 14 here and 6 here, and the load time for this request is, you can see it here. Here it is 819.33 milliseconds, and average response time here is 1.33 seconds. Okay, that's cool. That is really cool. And all this is being done, monitored, and taken care of without a single line of code. Just need to configure the telemetry details, and it's done. Okay, so one more cool feature for the today's demo that I would like to show is the alerts feature. Okay, we can go into the other options sometime later. But for today's demo, the second option that we will try is the alerts. Alert basically, they can send you a mail, or they can hit a webhook when a certain condition is met. So, for example, if I'm having a security exception for a particular user, for let's say, or a failed login for a particular user, maybe my super admin or admin, and let's say five times in 1 minute or 2 minutes, or let's say half hour. In that case, I would like to raise some mails, and also I would like to maybe receive a web SMS or something. So those all things I can configure here. So let's just first create an alert here. I'll just hit add. I'll select my resource group, that is my new application insight demo component. I can put email alert. I'll click here, add alert. Okay, I will select my resource and a name, email alert -1, and I will select it description. It's when security exception is 3 times a minute. So I will select, we have to, okay, so this is a very important column where we have to select like what exactly are we going to check. So I will hit an server exception here. Just let me see where is the server. Okay, server exceptions is greater than 3 over the last 5 minutes. Then I want to send a mail to gmail.me, that's my email ID. Please don't spam it. I will select. I don't actually have a hook here, but if I want, I can put in the details for HTTP or HTTPS endpoint, and with that I can hit my web services or RESTful services, from where I can have an SMS or other things configured to take the corrective action. So I'll just hit here, OK, and let's wait for the rule to be added. Okay, so we have the rule. Now what we want is to hit the rules. So we have the server exceptions greater than 3 count, and let's try to hit it. Okay, so okay, I need to restart it because I lost the endpoint. Okay, so here it is. I'll just do a quick login. Let me in. This is my site. Let me in, and I hit out. I got an error. I'll try to hit again. I again got an error. I try again. So basically this is the third attempt. Now let's try to do it once more, and this is the fourth time we had a subscription. So if you see here, all the events are being sent. This is the tool feature from Visual Studio. Okay, we will do it here sometime later. So we have let's try to see if we get something updated here, and let me open my mail as well. You don't want to see my emails here. Okay, so okay, we have our first alert activated. Server exceptions cross the configured value threshold 3. If I just go here and I come back here, it's not updated. So I'll just cross it and try to open it again. It's not updated. So anyways, we have the alert success. Okay, here is alert activated. My new server, my new app inside demo met server exceptions cross the configured threshold of 3. And here is our very good mail that we have. Average server exceptions is 4. Crash the threshold for 5 minutes, and here it is. It's configured value. So you get to get an email out of the box without doing anything. Just a few steps in configuration, and you can get it. And you can have n number of rules and settings that you want to have on n number of parameters that you can set. So this is really cool. You just don't need, you can directly. And one more, okay, so here you see email alert, server exceptions count is greater than 1 minute. So I put it 1 minute. And one more thing is that as soon as the window is crossed, that is for 5 minutes, and we have we do not have this exceptions threshold anymore. In that case, we will get again another mail or a webhook that the exception has been reset. So this is really cool. Hope you liked it. I'm going to end this podcast right now, and we are going to deep down into some of these other options that Application Insights provide us sometime later. So for now, good night, bye bye, tata, thank you.